Hello and welcome back to Garden and Allotment Tips podcast, hosted by Gardening with Ben. If you've not checked out our main podcast channel, have a look at the link in the description of this podcast and you will get a link to our main podcast channel called Gardening with Ben. If you search it on another platform, just search for Gardening with Ben and it will bring up our main podcast channel. So we've been hiding away for quite a bit, but we are back on this podcast channel with some more handy hint podcasts for you. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, today's topic is going to be all about bargain plants. How do you find bargain plants? That is the question. Well, and the best way to get the cheapest plants as well for the allotment and garden, as obviously I am recommending getting plants for the allotment, flowers, etc., to attract the bees, as they obviously help with pollination and getting good crops and fantastic results from the allotment. So recently I've been sharing on my Instagram and my Facebook all the bargains that I keep finding, and people keep saying, where are you getting all these bargains from? Well, if you live near a supermarket, obviously I can't mention any brands, or you live near a big wholesaler that the next letter is after A and it has another letter at the end, so it's something and but yeah, if you live near one of them, the best things to do is, I go in my supermarket literally every single day and I can see the plants out in the store, and they are generally, they come in fresh, obviously nice and healthy, looking lovely, but they obviously don't look after them and they don't water them. So as you soon see, they will start to look shabby, not look good at all, and obviously they just need water to bring them back to life. And the supermarket opposite me, they reduce them all when they get cheap. So the best thing to do is just keep going across every single day to the supermarket if you live near one, or call in and just see if they've reduced them, because they tend to just reduce them back to the cost price of what they've purchased them at, as they obviously purchase them really cheap from the wholesalers and they're just there to get what profit they can, and if they sell them, rather than chuck them away, they'll just reduce them to the cheapest they can before they actually die. So that's what they do at our supermarket, and I've got some fantastic perennials. I'm just on the lookout for lots and lots of perennial plants, because obviously perennial plants, they come back year after year after year, and you can get some fantastic results. And some of the perennials that I've purchased this year, I've purchased fuchsias, I've purchased lavender, I've purchased summer bulbs, I've purchased spring bulbs, I've purchased some broom, I've purchased roses. I've got so much cheap plants. Yeah, some of them haven't survived and they've not managed to come back to life, but they've reduced them to 80 pence or something like that, so I'm not bothered if they don't come back to life. But most of them have, and they will now grow year after year after year, and I'm so looking forward to it. And two of the plants that I bought this year, rhododendrons and azaleas, they'd reduced them to literally £1 each from £5 or something, and they look absolutely fantastic at the moment. They're all out in flower, they look glorious, and yeah, fingers crossed they'll grow bigger and bigger and look fantastic on the allotment. So that is how I tend to look for bargains. And also obviously the main one, obviously the two letters in the alphabet, try and find out what day their delivery day is, because if they're getting brand new stock of the same stuff in and they've still got a lot in, what they'll do is they'll reduce it right cheap a couple of days before their delivery day to get rid of it all, so that they've got the fresh stuff in store at the full price, because they won't want the shabby ones looking worse than the good ones. So they'll sell off all the rubbish plants just to get the money back before the fresh plants and stock come in. And I've noticed our one does that quite often. They often reduce all the plants a couple of days before the delivery day so that they can get rid of all the old stock ready for the fresh stock coming in. So that is another thing to do. The thing is, they'll know they'll sell them because people share it on Facebook. Oh, such and such stores got discounts on, such and such stores got them on sale. And me being a plant addict, I'll rush down and go get it all done and buy all the plants, because there's not just me who's addicted to buying plants, there's plenty of other people around. So make sure you have a look around and see what bargains you can get from the supermarkets, see what bargains you can get from the wholesalers and stuff like that. There's always lots and lots of bargains around, and this year I've saved so much money. I've obviously bought a lot of stuff what I don't actually want, but I've definitely got lots and lots of flowers and plants, and I still want a lot more plants yet to go on my plot, but we'll get them over time. Hopefully, eventually, all my borders will be full of perennials. That is the plan and the project eventually. But it's going to take time, it certainly is. I've not got a lot more borders to fill with perennials, but they're long borders, so they'll take a lot of plants to fill. But while ever we keep spotting these bargains, I'm just going to keep adding them in and keep doing it, because it will look fantastic eventually, like my plot. And you never know, I might actually enter the allotment competitions what we have here in Sheffield. It might be worth it, really, to have a go and see if I can compete against other people and see if we can actually win. You never know, but the weeds may win back. Weeds always grow, and they can certainly be a pain. So yeah, we have been very busy. So I hope that you enjoy this podcast. If you have, make sure you click that subscribe button, make sure you click the follow button, and please do check out my other podcast as well. And if you've got 5 minutes, just leave a quick review of this podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, it's a star rating. If you're listening on Apple, a quick written review, and it will help get more people listening to my podcasts. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben.